Hey guys, welcome to another video here where we are looking at some of the best players in the game to help you build your teams. For this one, we are looking at the Premier League. Probably, well, I don't think probably, it is right now and pretty much has been for the last few years, the best league to build in on FIFA. It might not have the very best players like Neymar, Mbappe or CR7, but across the board it is a very good league. Because of that, it tends to get lots of good cards in promo, so it's a good league to build in. However, it is the most expensive, generally speaking, so be careful with that. We'll start with the keeper. The two best keepers, in my opinion, in the Prem on the game are Alisson and Ederson. Lloris is very good. There's also an argument for Nick Pope, which might sound crazy, but he's 6'7", Burnley keeper. He's only an 82 rate, but he plays very well. Some people think he's better, but I trust the high rate keeper still. Lloris is genuinely one that I've actually found quite hard to play against. His reflexes and diving are very high, which means he just seems to pull off some crazy saves. But yeah, with keepers, just test them out, see which ones you like the most. Left back, there's not a great deal of choice at the moment. Robertson's aggression's pretty good, which makes him pretty feisty in the tackle. With his shadow, he's quick enough. He's okay on the ball, he's got very good passing. His issue just tends to be that his weak foot's a bit low and he's not the strongest. He's still good though at this time in the game. Centre back, there's three options really for the elite ones. For me, it's either the rule breakers Laporte, Inform Gomez or Van Dijk. I would go Laporte and Gomez as the absolute best. It's nice to get the left footer and the right footer and you get as much pace as possible. But if you sit deeper, Van Dijk in particular will still be pretty special. But yeah, Gomez for me is arguably the best centre back in the game. And what's his price at now? Is that 350? Yeah, like 350k, still insane value. So I really do rate Gomez on the game. If we was going for the absolute best centre back pairing, it would probably be the Inform Walker, which is a centre back. But I want him at right back because he's the best right back in the Prem. But you could put Semedo right back and then the Inform Walker next to Gomez, that would work. Semedo's very well rounded. He's just not quite as physically good, not as strong as Kyle Walker, a bit smaller, so I do prefer Walker on this game for that. Walker's not as good on the ball, but you don't really notice the dribbling on fullbacks too much this year, to be honest. So I do really like Kyle Walker. In midfield, we didn't mention Tellers. We've got Tellers as well as a left back option. He's a bit quicker than Robertson, but other than that, really, Robertson's just mostly better across the board, I would say. But Tellers is a pretty good option on the game. For midfield, there's a few decent defensive options in the league. Kante arguably could go in for one of these two, but I think these two are the best midfielders in the league on the game right now by a fair bit. It might be a bit too attacking, so you might want to sub Kante in, as I think Kante is the best defensive option out of all these. The rule breakers Pogba is okay in terms of his card, but what's the price at the moment? It's like 800k, which makes him more than any other midfielder in the league, and I just don't think he's worth that, so I wouldn't pay that, even though he's on the list because he's one of the best options in the league. I just think his passing got nerfed too much. That passing, if it was in that mid-high 80s like normal Pogba, I'd rate it quite a bit, but they've lowered it quite a bit to make his defending better. De Bruyne, still very good. He's basically a worse version of Zidane. His team of the year will be insane, probably the best midfielder in the game. Bruno, you can get away with as a defensive player, especially if you put a shadow on him, just because he has that high work rate, decent defending, very good stamina to bomb up and down. Like I say, you might want a more defensive-minded player in there, but Bruno and De Bruyne are very, very good. You've got a few decent options here in the defensive midfield, a bit of the cheaper end. Partey, a bit stronger but less aggression than Ndidi. Bit quicker at sprint speed, but a bit slower. These are very similar cards. Ndidi does have the weak foot. Partey's an inch taller. Partey can actually shoot a bit, whereas Ndidi can't. Partey's passing a lot better. Partey's basically better on the ball, but Ndidi's better defensively. It's a weird one. It's hard to pick between the two for me, to be honest. I don't really know how to pick him. If you want an out-and-out defensive one, probably Ndidi. If you want a more well-rounded one, Partey's good because he's so good on the ball as well, even though he doesn't have the weak foot. But I like them both. And Diddy though, like, if Leicester do well in the Europa League, you're going to get some pretty good upgrades and could be a very good card this year. Son, you could probably put up front. There might be an argument to put Son up front and Mane out wide just because Son has that weak foot. I wouldn't personally do the player of the month for Son because I just think he's too expensive for an untradeable. But he is a pretty spectacular card at this point of the game. I will say that. With a Hunter on him, he is very good. Let me check how much while we're on here, how much he actually is right now. It's a better card than I first thought. Where is he on Footbin? Yeah, 800k. As good as he is, I won't be paying that for him. If he was like 400-500 maybe, but it's just so expensive for an untradeable card that doesn't have the best links at this point. Like Neymar, you can nearly get for that price. Rule Breakers Kane, how much is he going for at the moment? 1.2 mil. Pretty ridiculous price. This will be the best Kane we'll get all year, because even if he gets team this season, I don't think he'll be quick enough, or as quick as this. Pretty crazy card. Very good physically, actually pretty good on the ball. Put a Hunter on him, he has 99 pace, finishing, good passing. Like, this Kane is very good. I just think it's expensive still at this point. Maybe if he drops in price. Mane in form, could put him up front. His card right now, I think it's a pretty good price for what it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, like 550k for that Mane is great value. Like, he's a really good player on this game. I don't know why he's that cheap, to be honest. Salah, this is his Champions League card. This will probably be quite a bit. He's already got a guaranteed upgrade pretty much if Liverpool met. I mean, Liverpool actually lost last night, so who knows. Yeah, 1.3 mil for a card with 3-star weak foot. It's a no from me. I'd just be getting the 90 Salah, but this is the best version of him. We're showing you the best Prem team. Salah feels strong in game, but the weak foot does let him down. Some other attacking options I've put in there for you: Vardy, Rashford, Werner. Rashford's card plays really good on this game. It's really, really good. The 5-star skills is nice. It feels like a worse CR7, to be honest. Bit weaker, not quite as good shooting. Bit worse across the board for the dribbling for the most part. Bit quicker though. He basically doesn't have the shooting of CR7 for the most part. Werner can't pass, but he's just insanely fast and very good finishing. Hunter on him, 99 pace and finishing. Has good weak foot. Vardy's weak foot does let him down, but I think this card's an okay price. Let's have a look. Like 150k, not that expensive. He doesn't suit the game completely, but as an impact sub, or if you're looking for a cheap, quick player in the Prem, then he's still pretty good on the game, but he won't be the first I'd recommend. Premier League moving forward will get lots of great options, so you've always got that benefit in the league. In promos, they always get a couple of players, generally at least. Team of the year, there'll definitely be some good ones added too. But yeah, in my opinion, that's probably the best team in the Prem. You could probably swap a couple of players. One option that I didn't get to fit in the team, but is a very good player, is Inform Saint Maxim. A lot of pros really like him this year. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you like using the Prem, any players you'd swap. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your day.